To see Thera-Clean Microbubble technology live in action, come visit us at these upcoming shows.
Hey everybody, welcome down to the very first episode of Thera-Clean TV. I'm your host, Kyle Darling. I'm president of Thera-Clean, and thanks for tuning in today. This is the very first episode, and what we really wanted to do was share with everybody out there on what Thera-Clean Microbubble technology is doing to helping pets all over North America. So dog owners, pet parents, professional groomers, veterinarian hospitals, vet techs. Our clients are changing everything in the skin game. And what Thera-Clean Microbubbles does is it deep cleans the skin to a level that we've never been able to reach before, but all without the use of soap, shampoo, or any chemical at all. It's just regular tap water and billions of tiny, innovative bubbles. Let us show you what we mean. The technology actually comes from Japan, and they've had the advantage of this for about almost 20 years now. And when I was over in Tokyo touring a bunch of vet hospitals and a lot more of the grooming salons, I saw some, you name the skin issue, from your regular hot spots to atopic dermatitis to folliculitis to deepest pyodermas out there to your classic mange cases where you're seeing a lot of pets that look like this, and then all of a sudden groomers and vets were getting them to this, which is great. But I needed to know how they were doing that. And all of them had said the same thing. We're not changing anything on what they've done. They're just adding microbubble into the equation. So they've correctly concluded, like we said before, that bacteria can survive deep down in the follicle and it needs to come out. And that's what this technology can do. Let us walk you through a little animated video here of exactly how it works. So here you see bacteria starting to form down in the follicle, and there's more of it and more of it and more of it. And now your pet is starting to itch like crazy, and there's redness, and they're licking and chewing at their paws and their skin. And here comes the hair loss, and here comes the meds, and all of this wonderful stuff. Well, the sebaceous gland, as we know in a lot of dogs, it produces too much sebum. And that sebum hardens into that crust on the top of the actual follicle itself. Just like Carl here. Yikes, he was in trouble. Now the microbubbles come in, the Thera-Clean microbubbles come in, every bubble in there is 1/3 the size of a red blood cell. And there's billions of them, remember. So it gives you an idea how small they are and how many there are. And what they can do is they can eat away at that sebum crust, breaking it down, lifting it off of the follicle, so now there's an entrance in there, and now the microbubbles can get into the follicle, and I mean all the way down, going in, imploding and exploding, and we'll get into that, and attaching themselves to the bacteria. Remember, negative ion, positive bacteria, and it sticks to it and lifts it all out naturally. And what do you get in the end? You get a good, clean, healthy follicle, because clean skin is healthy skin. So that little video gave you a great description on how the microbubbles can get into the follicle and clean it all out naturally. Now let us show you an actual picture of a microscopic view of the top of the follicle before and after a Thera-Clean bath. So here we see a microscopic view of a pet where, look at on the left-hand side, look at that follicle, that pore that is completely closed off. Now, that could be a combination of dirt, debris, shampoo, old shampoo, product, whatever it is, it's completely sealed off. Now let's go over to the right-hand side after a Thera-Clean bath and look at the follicle now. It's completely open, meaning that the bubbles have done their job and gone into the follicle and cleaned everything out naturally, and now it's ready. So in this case, it's ready to take a really nice gentle conditioner or a medicated shampoo or a prescription from a vet, whatever the situation is going to be. Instead of that actual treatment, if you will, it's not going to sit on top of the follicle doing little to nothing. It's going to be able to go deep down into the follicle and do its job and do its job properly. So that's the technology up close and personal. You can see that it's something that most of us have never seen. It's low pressure and it's just all about the bubbles, as the bubbles are doing absolutely everything in deep cleaning to a level that we've never been able to reach before. Here at Thera-Clean headquarters, as we grow as a company and introduce this wonderful new technology to all of us over here in North America, one of the biggest misconceptions that we've been hearing about and getting from our own clients, and there's about 90 of us now all over North America, is that we are similar to the traditional soap and shampoo and pressure washer systems that are wonderful that are out there today. But nothing could be farther from the truth. And we're going to demonstrate that to you today as well. So here we are at the testing lab of Thera-Clean headquarters, and we're basically going to show you the bubbles in action, okay? We got a 10-gallon tank here, and what we wanted to do is we wanted you to see how fast this 10 gallons of water can fill up with about 2 to 3 billion microbubbles. Again, remember, these bubbles are all 1/3 the size of a red blood cell, so they're able to travel into the pores and follicles of the pet and clean everything out naturally, and it's just about being in them. So there's no scrubbing. You're going to take the wand and go absolutely everywhere and make sure the bubbles get everywhere so they can do all of their work. And we're especially going to show you that one of the misconceptions that we have is that a lot of groomers out there think that we are like another system out there that uses pressure and shampoo combined and conditioners, and we're not. You're going to see exactly how much pressure comes out of these nozzles, and then you're going to know it's not about the pressure at all. Okay, let's fire up the system and show you what we're talking about. So here come the bubbles. Everything that looks like that white cloud of chemical, those are the magical Thera-Clean Microbubbles. And again, there's 2 to 3 billion of them in here, and it took about 5 seconds to fill up this 10-gallon tank. Every bubble in there is 1/3 the size of a red blood cell. So it's just all about getting the bubbles everywhere and making sure the bubbles do all the work. Now let us show you why it's not about pressure. So I'm going to take one of the hoses here. That is maximum pressure. There is hardly anything coming out of there. And I'll show you on my own hand here. It's completely non-abrasive and 100% hypoallergenic. Again, just regular water and billions of bubbles. I don't even technically have to be doing this, but any part of the pet that is sticking out of the actual surface of the water, then you want to get the bubbles everywhere so they can deep clean. But this is where you're seeing maximum results, by being in the bubbles. Now you obviously can't even see my hand through the glass because there's that many bubbles in there, but look at the amount of pressure coming out of here. Nothing. And that's our biggest misconception, is people think that we're just another technology that uses pressure to get the results that our clients are getting. But nothing could be farther from the truth. And we'll show you the science here coming up real soon. Can you see what looks like steam coming off the top of the water level on my hand? Those are the negative ions. So again, this water is pretty cold, and we can have it ice cold. And that's your proof of the science right there, is that bubbles carry an ionic negative charge. And that's what they're doing, is they're opening up my pores, just like on the pet's follicles, and deep cleaning down inside there and getting everything that's organically positively charged and lifting it out of the skin. And that's your science. So that should give you a great up close and personal view of the system and how it's all about the bubbles. No pressure itself, and just being in the bubbles and letting the bubbles do their magical work deep down in the follicle. And how a lot of our clients here are changing everything, bringing a better quality of life to the pets that are in their care. Talk to your groomer or your veterinarian today about Thera-Clean and how it's changing everything in the skin game. Follow us on our Instagram, our Facebook page. Check out our website, Thera-Clean.com. You can see all our clients on there. We get testimonials, gallery, videos, everything's there at your disposal. Do your research and talk to your groomer or your veterinarian about looking into something that's changing everything here. Absolutely everything on how we can get skin clean and healthy, because clean skin is healthy skin. Stay tuned next episode, because we're actually going to feature one of our 88 current clients that are all over North America. And we're going to pick one skin case, something similar to like this or that, and we're going to talk about that skin case, and we're going to ask that pet groomer how many baths they did, what was the duration of the baths, the intervals between them, any products that they used, what the owner is now saying, and how it's changing their business. Thanks very much. I'm Kyle Darling, and we'll see you next time.
To see Thera-Clean Microbubble technology live in action, find us at a trade show near you throughout the year.